This is review for your absolute value functions and equations test. One of the first questions is to describe all the transformations of the graph below from its anchor graph. Remember, we talked about anchor graph is the same thing as the parent function. And the parent function of an absolute value equation is this. So how is this graph shifted from that? If we look at it, parent function graph would look like this. Okay, so how has it changed? How has it shifted? Well, it's to the right 3. It didn't go up any, so that's good. This was a slope of 1. This is a slope of up 1, right 2. So that means that it's a slope of 1/2. So that means it's compressed by 1/2. And that's it. Which graph best represents the following equation? Well, this tells us we're going to go in the opposite direction. So my vertex, it's going to open up. So it's going to be at -2, +1. Find which one of those has a vertex at -2, +1, and that's this graph. Or you could plug this in Desmos and see which one matches. What's the equation of h of x if this equation is translated left 2? So left means we're going to add 2 and up 2. So we'll add 2 to this. So we have 2x + 2 and 2 + 5 gives us +7. So that one should be this. Which of the following transformations map g of x to h of x? Okay, so what happens here from g to h? Well, guess what? It's flipped. So we call that being inverted. Okay, it went from here to here. So the difference here is a +2. So we went up 2. The difference here is that we went right 2. So those are the 3 things that happened to that graph. Describe the transformation from the anchor graph or parent function. So we have a +2, so we said that that is stretched, and this is the opposite, so we went to the right 3, so right 3 and stretch 2. So that should be the answer for that one. Next one, describe all of the transformations from the parent graph for this. So first thing, we went inverted, yes, because we have a negative. Then we were stretched by 2, so that looks good. We went to the right 5, and here we went up 3. Looking at all the parts of our inequality. Which transformation describes a mapping from the blue to the red? So how did we go in order to get from the blue graph to the red graph? Well, we went 1, 2, 3, 4. We went left 4 and up 2. Yep, left 4, up 2. You got a new function, g of x, if f of x. Okay, so it's inverted. So if we invert that, it's going to be positive. If we stretch it by 2, we're going to add a 2 in front of it. We move to the right 2, so that's going to be -2, and down 6, that's going to be a -6. So we end up being, this looks just like the warm-up that we did today. Describe the transformation of the graph of the function below from its parent graph. Okay, so parent graph would be here, so we move 1, 2, 3. We move left 3 and down 2. Left 3, down 2. If you're given this equation, on which interval is the function increasing? So we would have to graph this function. If we look at it, let's go to Desmos and put it in, and we want to know increasing. So we're going to type in our graph of negative absolute value. of x plus 1 plus 3. So at what point is this graph, we wanted to know, increasing from it's as far down as we can get to here, which is located, let me zoom in a little bit more so we know exactly what our numbers are. So it increases until we get to -1, right? So from infinity to -1, our graph is increasing. What's the range of the function? Well, my vertex is located at -2, -11. It opens up, so it's going to be everything from y is greater than or equal to -11. So that one's going to be C. The domain, what is the domain of all absolute value functions? It's all real numbers. All real numbers is from -infinity to +infinity. What's the x-intercepts of the functions? So we need to graph that and see where it crosses the x-axis. So let's go again. Let's go to Desmos. We'll clear this one out and we'll put in the equation that we had. 2 absolute value of x minus 1 minus 4. Okay, and we want to know where it crosses the x-axis. It crosses at -1 and +3. So -1, +3. So we've got two solutions.
Please pardon the interruption.
So -1 and +3 are our answers to that one. What's the y-intercepts of the function here? It's going to cross at +1, so my y-intercept is +1. Given the function here, what is the end behavior as x approaches infinity? So what we're looking at is our graph that opens downward like this. So as x approaches, this is +infinity for x. It is -infinity for y. So y is going to approach -infinity. What's the value of the minimum of the function that's graphed? The value of the minimum here is at the point 3, 0. So my y value is what? My y value is 0. So that's my minimum. What's the location of the maximum of the function? So let's go to this one and let's graph it in Desmos. So I have the opposite of the absolute value of x minus 3 plus 6. Oops, sorry, x minus 3 plus 6. Okay, my maximum is here. My value is 3, 6. That's my vertex. And the location of the maximum is at 3. What's the solution for the given equation? Let's put both of these. We put this in one equation in Desmos, we put this in the other, and we see where they intersect each other. Okay, so let's take a second. Let's graph that one in Desmos. The first one is 3 absolute value of x plus 4. And the second one is equals 18. So I need to go up so that I can see 18. And this is y equals 18. Okay. And this doesn't change. You can put y equals if you would like. The graph stays the same on that one. Here we have a solution at -10, 18, and we have a solution at 2, 18. Well, we want to see where they intersect. We know the y is 18, so we only want to know the x value. So -10 and +2 is going to be our solutions. So our answers are at -10 and +2. The next one, same thing. What's the solution? So let's go to Desmos and see what we get. These are really easy, plugging them in. We want y in this case to equal 9, and our equation for this one is +1 x -7, and I don't have a number there, but we have a 2 here. So that's our equation, 2x -7 + 1, and then it equals 9. So where they intersect is at -1/2 and 7/2. So -1/2 and 7/2. Okay, 2 solutions. How many values of x will satisfy the equation? Plug it into Desmos. Look at it. Let's see what we get. -2 absolute value. -2 absolute value of 3x -5. And I don't have anything out there, right? So what's a solution? The only place it crosses is going to be right here at 1. Is that right? -2, 3, yep, at 1. What's the solution set? Again, you're just graphing these, and this one, if you put it in Desmos, you're going to get it crosses at -6 and +1. Remember, put this in one, put this in the other, y equals this. And let's try this one because this one's a little bit longer. What are all the roots? Remember, roots, solutions, x-intercepts, all of those mean the same thing. So if we put this in Desmos, I'm going to put the left side in. So I end up with 3 absolute value of x -14, and I always use x for my variable. Don't use anything other than x, it might confuse it. And then the other one is going to be y equals 12, nope, 21. And so we see where they intersect each other. They intersect at 5 and 23. So we have solutions of 5 and 23. Find the solution set. We're going to graph this in one, this in the other. So we have an absolute value and a line. So let's look at what this one looks like. This one's a little different. 3x. We want absolute value of 3x plus 5. And then the second one is going to be 5x plus 2. So we've got a line and we've got a graph. So we can actually physically see where they intersect each other. It's really nice. It gives it to us there. Our solution there is 1.5. So our solution for our answer here is 1.5. 1.5 is the same thing as 3/2. And the last one, let's graph this one. I'll give you a hint. Look at this one. If I divide by -2 on both sides, I get 4x plus 2 equals a -6. Can you take the absolute value and have a negative number? No, never. So this one should be no solutions. Let's graph it and see what it looks like, just to show you that it will graph correctly. All right, so if we've got -2 absolute value of 4x plus 2, and then the next one we have y equals 12. When we graph that, we see they never intersect, they never cross, they have no solution. Good luck on your test. If you got and understand these, you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever.